Hello. This video was going to be a stress video on how to deal with stress, but especially because I'm going through exams at the moment and I don't have time to talk about stress. So I realise it's November, as you usually do in November, and I went to the library. I got out some books and DVDs, which I think I'll show off, even though they're not books. Obviously, I'm sorry, my head is a mess at the moment. Okay. First of all, we have The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. I actually got 170 pages into it one time, and I really, really like it. But then I had to return it, and I haven't read it for half a year now, so I'm going to get started over again. Which isn't too bad because it's really good. So I recommend it so far. Next, Room by Emma Donoghue, which is, well, the other one's about vampires, but this one, it's from the point of view of a 5-year-old boy, and I think the mother was kidnapped, and they're both kidnapped, and this is basically from the point of view of that. And it looks really, like, sad and intense, but really good as well. So, oh. I need to focus on my aim. Okay, next is Hate is Such a Strong Word by Sarah Ayoub. I don't know. To be honest, I picked this up because of her. She looks like Naya Rivera, so. But it actually looks really good. And it's about stereotypes and that sort of thing. So that's good. Next is Leah Michelle, I'm pretty sure. Brilliant Ambition. I'm a huge fan of Leah. When I liked Glee, she was one of my favourite characters. I love her music, and I just really look up to her. And I think I've put this up a few times, but it looks really good, and there's tons of photos and stuff about self-care, her life on Broadway. It looks really interesting. Next is Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. I'm just now finding out what this book is about. I'm just reading it now. Okay. Lily Proctor is allergic to virtually everything. And growing up in Salem, she's never been able to do the things her friends take for granted, which is why she's determined to throw her first and perhaps only high school party. But Lily's life never goes according to plan, and after a humiliating incident in front of half her graduating class, when she wishes she could just disappear, she does. Oh, and she's in a different Salem, a terrifying new world where she is overwhelmed by new desires and new experiences, and her weakness is replaced with extraordinary power. This actually sounds amazing. I'm just finding out what it's about, but that actually sounds really good. Okay. As long as it's done right, obviously. It looks like a sort of young adult paranormal romance, which can often be done really terribly or really well. So, next, The Way He Lived by Emily Wing Smith. I know enough about this book to know that it's from the point of view of a few of a guy's friends after his death. The back reads, there wasn't enough water. Joel didn't drink enough water to survive. Those facts alone mean nothing, except that maybe Joel let himself die. Maybe he was trapped and couldn't figure any other way out. It's how you get when you're trapped. Desperate. Yeah, it looks pretty sad. But it looks like it's probably going to be quite powerful too. I quite like books like that, so. I quite like books like that, Rose. Okay. Next is Like It Never Happened by Emily Adrian. I've been looking for this since I knew its existence. The thing is, it was only published this year. I'm not actually sure when now. I think I forgot about it. The minute it was published, I forgot. But it's about an actress in high school, and sort of like a love plot twist. Which again, a lot of young adult romances can go either way, really good or really bad. For example, you have the Eleanor and Park side, and then you have the Twilight side. No offense if you love Twilight, I used to, but okay. Next, this is the last book. Because I Am Furniture by Thalia Chalters. It's about a girl who is in a family with her father is abusive, but only to her brother and sister. And it's sort of her twisted by wishing that she was abused by him because she'd mean something. But she has to witness all this stuff, and she finally gets to stand up. I'm over halfway through it now. Actually, it's really good. It's in verse. I really love novels in verse because they flow really well, and the poetry in them is often really beautiful. Alan Hopkins and a lot of really good poetry and novel and verse stuff. So I would check this out definitely. It's really really good. Now for films. Okay, the first one. This is a non-recommendation. The Duff. I saw this yesterday and I loved the book so much. In the movie, they just took the entire plot, they just changed it, and they just crashed. It was not good. I don't know. They just made it so meaningless, and it was so bad in parts that it was funny. But that's really the only way I enjoyed any of it. And I mean, I guess it attempted to have a good message, but the book really had more of an uplifting, a really deeper side to it. So I definitely, there's a quote on the saying, an instant classic. The Duff, the main meal of this generation. I don't think so. It might have attempted to be, but I don't think it did it right. So next, these are movies I haven't seen yet. Two of them are Kristen Stewart movies. I don't apologise. I really don't. Now, the first one is The Way, Way Back, which isn't a Kristen Stewart movie. I watched the trailer for it was. I watched the trailer for these three movies that aren't The Duff. Like yesterday before I watched The Duff. And so I can't really read what's in the back because my library kind of thing there, but it looks like a really good sort of like a growing up story, maybe a bit of romance. It has Anna-Sophia Robb, who's the only person I know in this movie. Oh wait, Steve Carell as well, but those are two people I know in this film. It looks really good. It looks sort of like a comedy, but also like there's something jiggling inside it. Oh, what is that? It's a bit of broken DVD case. I'll just put that back in. I didn't do that. I literally picked it up yesterday. Okay, next. Camp X-Ray, which is a Kristen Stewart. Does it have the disc in? It does. Oh, it has Kristen Stewart on it. Oh, it's Kristen Stewart in here too. Look at this. Okay, enough. This is a film about a young woman, according to this. She joins the military to be part of something bigger than herself and her small town roots. Roots. It's roots. It's like roots. What was wrong? Like, yeah, roots. She ends up as a new guard at Guantanamo Bay instead, where her mission is far from black and white, and she strikes up an unusual friendship with one of the detainees, and the story of two people on opposite sides of a war, struggling to find their way through the ethical quagmire of Guantanamo Bay. And in the process, they form an unlikely bond that changes them both. She better not fall in love with him. It's supposed to be me. Next, Adventureland. It looks kind of like a typical teenage comedy. It has Jesse Eisenberg in it as the lead. I know that the two of them, Kristen and Jesse, have been in like tons of movies now. They're in American Ultra together, which is, I think it's out now. I'm not sure. It's not in my country. And I think they're filming another movie together as well. So, but it's about a guy who, my voice is going so loud. Okay, it's about a guy who doesn't have much money. So he decides to work at a gaming place, and apparently there's a dizzy making romantic triangle, which is great. Love triangles. Said no one. Okay, but let's actually. I'm gonna go and look at open my domains. Kristen Stewart, how bad can it be? I said that watching the last Twilight movie, I guess. Okay, so I'll probably do another video. Saturday. I don't know, Saturday. It might be another mental health video. It might not be. Whatever it is, I'll see you then. Have a good night.